So let us begin our class today. And I want to believe that you are able to receive a document yesterday, a document ambayo nilisema ya kwamba tutaangalia siku ya leo, so you are aware of what you're doing. So today we are going to look at that question. That is task 2. I just want to remind you that last week we were able to look at task 1. Remember, we are looking at the paper practical paper. Practical paper. Najua wengi wenyu hamjui code, the code of the paper. The code of the paper is 2920. 2920 is for diploma, 1920 is for certificate, but now diploma is 2920. Now, for our paper 102B, that is the practical, because you have 102A, that is theory. Now this 102B. Otherwise, during the next examination, the program will have the paper code and the paper name, so you will not be confused, even though you do not know the paper code. So last time we said one or two key things. I just want to repeat that the paper is 1 hour. Kindly remember that the paper is 1 hour. When you hear that the paper is 1 hour, when you get aware of the timing, you now start planning. Psychologically, you start preparing yourself, and also in terms of skills, you start preparing yourself. In other words, what I'm trying to say is start practicing how you can beat the time. You can do the any two tasks in 1 hour. So we also said, actually I have said the second point is that you choose any two tasks. We have task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4. Task 1 is about word processing. Task 2 is about spreadsheet, that is MS Excel. Task 3 is a database, that is MS Access, and task 4 is presentation, that is MS PowerPoint. Remember, we are supposed to look at desktop publishing, but we don't have it examined under practical. But I want you to be aware of this, that desktop publishing will be tested under theory. So ni vizuri kwa sababu nimetumia notes, kuna desktop publish hapo kwa hizo notes. Uangalie, ujaribu kusoma kwa sababu ya theory questions. Otherwise, today we are going to look at the question task 2 about MS Excel. And I want to start right away. I want to begin the question. I want to start now solving the question, because wengine wenyu hamuna desktop, so we cannot solve it together, and maybe we don't have the platform where we can all be able to solve together as we observe what each and every one of us is doing. So I'm left on this. From my end, I'm left with the task of solving as you observe. Solving as you observe. So that is what I'm going to do. In a spreadsheet program, and key figure 1 in sheet 1 as it appears. Save the workbook as task 2 in the next exam folder to print out later. So that's how the work appear, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to type in MS Excel as it appears on the question paper. So there is a student who was courageous enough to ask me last week whether you type A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. As you can see, the first row has been labeled A, B, C, D, E up to I, and it has been filled with gray color. Then the first column has been labeled as 1, 2, 3, all the way to 11, and also has been filled with gray color. And then others are like items, quantity, buying price, cost, selling price per item in Kenya shillings, quantities sold, sales, etc. up to remarks, but those have not been filled with color. So a student asked me whether I should type A, B, C, D again, or 1, 2, 3 up to 11 again, or I should just follow the ones that are pre-existing in the MS Excel. That question I'm going to answer, and I know the student was maybe was asking on behalf of very many students, that I felt it is important to mention that question. So the way I'm going to solve it is the way it's supposed to be solved. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to share my screen task. This is task 2. I know it is not visible. I'll make it visible right now. So there we are. I want first of all to share that question so that those who are not updated can be updated. Here is the question. Yes, that is the question that you're talking about. Now you can be able to see. It is task 2. Task 2. Question A1. Question A1. Open a spreadsheet program and key figure 1 in sheet 1 as it appears. Save the workbook as task 2 in the next exam folder to print out later. I'm not going to repeat that. I'm just going to launch MS Excel because we looked at how you save a file in a folder last week. So it's good also you become aware about of the marks that the way they are distributed. So just typing this table the way it is 3 marks. So this is what I'm going to type. So I was saying, you don't type A, B, C, D to I. You don't also type 1 to 11. That is just meant to show you how the workbook will appear on your window or your screen. So I'm going to begin with the item quantity that I'm going to design the columns with their headings. So you can be able to see that. I want to share another one. So in other words, I'm sharing something different. Now I want to go direct to solution. So I'll stop sharing that. Let me have a confirmation from you whether you can be able to see task 2 of Microsoft Excel. Let me ask maybe Douglas.
I can be able to see it.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, thank you. So the first one is item, and it is bold, and it is in lowercase items. The other one is quantity. The other one is buying price per item in Kenya shillings. Okay, you realize that this one is going past one cell. So what I'm going to do is a word wrap. So word wrap like that. Word wrap, and it's like every buying price is B is a capital buying price, and P is also capital, and Kenya shilling. So that's okay. Then cost. For this no word wrap. Okay, it's okay. Anyway, selling price, per item. Okay, let me just repeat everything. Let me just repeat. I'll do the add wrap later. I'll do the word wrap later. So buying price per item in Kenya shillings. The other one is cost, and the other one is selling price. Selling price item in Kenya shillings. The other one is quantitative. No, not quantitative. Quantities sold. Quantity sold. The other one is sales. Quantity sold. The other one is sales. The other one is a new selling price. And the other one is remarks. Good. Now let me see whether I can be able to do a drop for all of them. Let me just work out with the in other words, the columns are in column 1 and in rows A to I, and that's what the question says. That shows how the columns are supposed to be designed, or the placement, the position. So the now the other one is after items. Okay, these ones are in these ones are bold, and this is a PVC, the first one. PVC spring files. The other one is hard cover notebook. The other one is clipboards. The other one is beams or photocopy papers. The other one is 200 pages exercise books. The other one is a geometrical set. The other one is totals. I skip one row. I go to price increment. Then upper price increment, the next cell is 0.06, nothing else. So these ones are wrap. Mhm. Okay. Trying to resize the trying to resize the trying to look for the resizing property. Okay, once I remember where the resizing is, I'll do it. But let's continue with the way it is. So the first question says insert a row in row 1 and merge the cells A1 to I1. A1 to I1. That is insert. So I'll just go there. There is a pointer there. I'll just click insert a row in row 1, insert, and then merge A1 to I1. That is not 11, it's I1. Then I do the merge center, merge the cells, merge the cells that way, and then key in the following text as written as key in the following text in as a title in A1 and I1. Um, oh. So I'll write superior and it's bold, so control B, superior, and it is uppercase, superior stationery limited. I've done that, so I have earned myself 2 marks there. Then the other one is, that is now question B1, using an appropriate formula and a cell address only. Let me save that. Bado sijamalizana, kwa hivyo nafaa niweke hiyo 445, 100, 138. Let me just do that. As you see the question. So that's the question. Please study the question as I just type whatever is there. So guys, these are the questions. Using an appropriate, this is where I am now. Using an appropriate formula and the cell address only. The question is very specific. You use formula and the cell address only to calculate the cost of each item, 1 mark. Sales for the quantity sold, 1 mark. Total cost and total sales for all items, 1 mark. So let me stop sharing that and then go back to the question. Go back to the question. This is what I'm doing. I'm now going back to the question. Here is the question now. So I'm being asked to do this using appropriate formula and the seller address only. Calculate the cost for each item. Now, cost is given by quantity multiplied by buying price per item. So PVC spring file niko na 445 na moja inatoka 100. So yote itakuwa 44,500. But how do I know? I'll just type the formula here. That is a product. Product, then whatever is in B, then comma, whatever is in C, yeah, then close. Let's see whether it's going to work. Okay, it's like it has not worked. Oh, sorry, B2, B3, sorry, B3, C. How did I forget that? Anyway, sawa, ndio hiyo. And then sitaki kuandika formula kila mahali, nataka kuvuta hii formula nilete hapa mpaka chini na itakuwa hivyo. So that is as easy as that. So that is one mark. Then the next question is sales for the quantity sold. Sales. So sasa hapa niko na quantity sold na selling price. So sales itakuwa ni quantity sold multiplied by the selling price. So that means equal sign sales for the quantity sold. That would be E3 product E3 comma F3 close. Hope I have done it well. It looks like I have done it well. Then I'll apply the same formula throughout up to the geometrical sets. Okay. That is the sales. Then total cost and total sales. Bas, hapa chini. Total cost and total sales. Total cost and total sales. I'm looking for a way in which I can bado sijapata ile function ya reducing the height of the cells. If somebody can be able to remind, you can. I don't mind if you remind me. I don't mind. You can just chat and let me know how to reduce the size. I cannot locate it.
Excuse me, mwalimu.
Yes.
Hiyo tumetumia kupata hiyo cost ni formula ama ni function?
So what do you think?
Whatever we are doing,
Yes.
by using the cell references only, equal sign.
Yes.
B3.
Yes.
Times C3.
Yes.
Because to my point, I think when you use a product,
yes,
that becomes a function.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's hear what the class feels. Thank you for that. Anyone from our class today, you'd want to say something?
So I think I'll just support what my brother is saying.
Yes.
Probably when you use, there's a difference between a function and what you call a formula by itself.
Yes.
So for my case, I was thinking
Yes.
at the first time, like you could just take equal sign,
Yes.
probably open the brackets,
Yes.
like B3 times C3, then close the bracket, press enter, then pops.
Yeah. Yes.
Then you autofill something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Then what?
Yes.
About resizing.
Yes.
You asking about resizing the cells.
Yes, yes.
You can go to the interconnection between A and B.
Yes.
There's that cross pointer.
Okay, let me try. Okay, I can see it's working. It's working. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I have never used that. I used the other one. I cannot be able to locate it. But now sasa hii itaficha. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Nilikuwa nataka zote zionekane pamoja. Asante sana. Wacha ni comment kwa hiyo swali. This is what I want to say. Wakati tulikuwa tunasoma, tulisema kuna kitu inaitwa function na kuna kitu inaitwa formula. Kuna kitu inaitwa function na kuna kitu inaitwa formula. Formula is the one that you design for yourself. Now, function is an inbuilt formula. An inbuilt formula. So, wakati tumeandika B3 multiplied by C3, that is a formula. That is a formula. Na wakati tumeandika product equals product into B3 C3, that is a formula. So, wacha tuende kwa swali tuone using an appropriate formula and send address only. Appropriate formula and send address only. Okay. I get you. Now, so we can change. Still okay, even if we change, wacha tuandike tu. Okay, B3 multiply by, that is asterisk C3. I've changed, but it gives us the same thing, which is okay anyway. Then the other one is equal sign E3 F3, equal sign E3 asterisk F3. Okay. Good. So we are together and I have changed.
Yeah, Mwalim still on formulas.
Yes.
I think when writing a formula, it's always good when probably we are doing statistics to specify like equal signs, start with the bracket, put inside the values, then you multiply like the cell references like B8 times C8, something like that.
Okay.
Close the bracket. You're supposed to enclose. It's always good. I was told like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to leave it like just open and then out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Please, all of us take note of that. I think that's a good comment. And especially the brackets or the parentheses come in when you have to refer to several ranges, several cells. But ours is very simple. Even if we just leave it the way it is, no one is going to penalize. No one is going to penalize. Then I also want to make also another comment. Even if I write equal sign product, that is a function, equal sign product, B3 and E3, I will not be penalized. I am an examiner in this paper, and I know we have that, because sometimes we say that for especially for some and maybe subtraction and maximum not really maximum, but especially for sum any product. For sum any product, the asterisk means product and plus means means addition. So even if you type a product or a sum, it will still be acceptable. You will not be penalized. But I know we are going to get to the question where you have to stick, especially where you have to do some further calculations, where you have to use cell address only. That's where now the restrictions come in. Otherwise, here vile tulikuwa tumefanya, you will not be penalized. But for you to stay safe, let us use the second one as it has been proposed by one of us. So you will not be penalized for what I did in the first thing, as the first thing. But again, for you to be safe, tumia hii tu tafadhali. And thank you for that. Okay. Naona yangu iko sawa kabisa. Charles. Naona yangu iko sawa, hata nikichukua calculator nifanye 120 multiplied by 138 inanipatia hii. So angalia
Yes.
cell reference yako. Yes.
Yeah, iko sawa. Asante.
Okay. So wacha tuendelee. So the other question is total cost. Total cost. Total cost is equal sign now because that you're using the formula. Sasa hapa ndio tunafaa kuwa makini. Total cost will be, what is a total cost? Total cost will be this way. Now I'd want to hear you. How do you get the total cost now using the formula? That's now where the question is. Yes, Timothy.
Yeah, you cut the pointer as long for that is
Yes.
okay. After putting the equal sign.
Yes, just tell me the formula. I will just type it.
Equal sign.
Yes.
3.
Yes.
Then full column.
Yes.
To D8.
D8.
Yeah. You put F.
You see, you have told me E3.
No, D3.
Okay.
D3.
Okay. Full colon D8.
Yeah.
So that is what?
That is the total to.
Wacha tuone haitaleta.
Okay,
excuse me.
there is
It's
another
supposed to be equal sum.
Okay, equal
Yeah,
sum.
Equal
Equal
sum.
sum. Yes.
D3.
Do I have to put parentheses? That is true, eh?
Yeah.
B3
To D8.
colon. You just say colon D8 so that you can come out very well. Let's see.
Yes.
That one has worked. Now the question is that a formula or a function?
No. I have a suggestion.
Yes.
You can put like equal sign.
Yes. Okay. I'll do that. I'll just do that. Equal sign.
Equal sign. Then sum.
Sum.
Right. Sum.
Yes. I've written that.
Then a bracket.
Yes.
It's gonna be long, so you put like D3,
Yes.
comma D3,
Yes.
D3, comma D, then D4,
D4, comma D5, comma D6, comma D7, comma D8, comma that way.
something like that.
So what we said when we were looking at this topic, when you have a long series, you just use the formula. I mean, you just use the function. Just use the function.
Then probably we'll use the the sigma, where there's a sigma, will click on the auto sum, then sum.
Okay.
Then it brings in that column. You highlight the column, press enter.
So that's why I was saying sometimes it is debatable when it gets now to the practicality of it. But there are some specific questions where you have to stick, and I hope that we can get one as we continue, especially pale kwa 3. Wacha tufike hapo, alafu tutaona hiyo maana tofauti ya formula na function. So for now, let's just use the function. So that's D3 to D8. So let's all agree. Then I'll do the total sales. Total sales again, equal sign, sum what is above. So whatever is above is G3 to G8. So that way. Then format worksheet as follows. That is Roman 2. Roman 2, I'm just reading for those who do not have their questions. Format the worksheet as follows. Number 1, set all the prices to Kenya shillings. All the prices. Where are the prices? Yeah. Okay. I see. So set all the prices Kenya shillings. So get to currency Kenya shillings. I hope I can be able to find it. Kenya shillings. Kenya shillings. The other one is all the prices. So another one is a selling price. Okay, all the way to Kenya shillings. Oh, what did I do now? Okay, I did not. I have to highlight first. Okay, there I am. So those now I have won myself 2 marks. Okay, 1 mark. Fill the cost column. Cost column.
Hello sir,
yes.
rudia hapo hiyo pale unaweka Kenya shillings. Hiyo currency.
Hiyo unaenda una highlight hiyo column yote, unaenda hapa kwa numbers. Numbers is at under home ribbon. Hapa mahali sana tunaonanga imeandikwa currency. So unapick currency hapo, unaweka Kenya shillings. Unaweka Kenya shillings. Acha ni demonstrate vile nimefanya. Unaenda kwa currency, unaweka hapa Kenya shillings. Yeah, ukienda sana by default in general, then numbers, currency all the way to custom. So sample inakuwa hapo, inaonyeshwa decimal places, inaonyeshwa, alafu symbol. This is what I'm picking. Symbol is a KES to mean Kenya shillings. So that's how we do it. In fact, let me just say this: the examiner just want to know whether you are able to use that function. So hata kama ni KE, hiyo iko ambayo inakaribiana na Kenya shilling, just put. Okay, then fill with the color. So I'm going to fill with the color. Color green. So the issue here is those who are colorblind, but because there are those who are going to pick that, and those who are going to pick this one. So this one is green, and the other one is a light green. It doesn't matter. So work a green.
Sir,
yes.
Before we move from that question of inserting KES,
yes.
So what if you are being asked to insert a prefix or a suffix in that manner?
First of all, what is a prefix and what is the other one?
I don't know. I just asked that.
Do you have an example of a question that asks you to do that?
Let me look for it, then I can forward.
Yes, that will be better. Okay, concerning the Kenya shillings, kuna mtu ananiuliza examiner atajua aje? Hivi ndio huwa tunaangalia, tuna click any of them. Kama nimeclick Kenya shillings 120, ninaenda kwa currency, inafaa kukua automatically iko Kenya shillings. Kama iko kitu ingine, tunajua uli add manually. That's what we do. Then I also want to say something. If you don't find Kenya shillings anywhere, na kimeumana na haujui kuongeza, tafadhali pick any other currency. Just pick any other currency. Uache examiner akiwa kwa dilemma ya kujiuliza kama huyu mwanafunzi alikosa hiyo Kenya shillings akaweka kitu ingine. So what I'm trying to say is that examiner will be checking whether you are able to use the function. That is it. And I think that is also, it's also good to mention at this point, kuna wakati mwingine kwa PowerPoint unaambiwa uweke image fulani lakini haiko. What are you going to do? Just pick any other image to show the examiner that you are able to use that function, only that the image was not there. So you have those two options, yani ya kuweka manually, so that you can now pick it from the currency, and the other one is just pick anyone after you have tried everything to make sure that you have found KES and it is not there. So just allow me to go to question B3. It says, suppose the selling price of the items in the company went up by 6%. 6%, yani selling price. Hii iko hapa, selling price imepanda. So na imepanda na 6%. So using seller address only, determine the new selling price. For each item. So kama imepanda na 6%, na kama selling price kama ya PVC ilikuwa 120, hiyo inamaanisha 120 was the selling price, the original selling price. We needed the new selling price. Na imepanda na 6%. 6% of 120 is 1.2, that is 6 over 100 multiplied by 120. That will be 7.2. 6% of 120 is 7.2. So I'll just take 120 plus 7.2, it will be 127.2. So hiyo ndio itakuwa new selling price. So nitajiuliza hivi, niko na a percentage increment, that is price increment, niko na 120, that is the original selling price, niko na percentage increment, what will be the new price? Indeed, if I want to know the new price, I'll just take 106%, because the increment is 106%. 106% multiplied by 120. I'll get the answer direct. So that will be, if you cancel, you have 106 multiplied by 1.2. Now I'm doing mathematics. I'm doing mathematics so that I can be able to know what I'm going to write. I'm doing mathematics. So 106% of 120, that will be 106 divided by 100, that is 1.06. 1.06 multiplied by 120, the answer will be 127.2. 127.2. In other words, new selling price will be equal to this. New selling price will be equal to 120 multiplied by 106%. 106%. Sasa nitatype nini hapa kwa new selling price? Kwa sababu lazima hii swali inauliza hivi, Using send address only. Sasa hapa ni send address. Hakuna mahali niko na 106, niko na 0.06 peke yake. So somebody atusaidie hapo tuone tutaandika nini.
Mwalimu, I have an attempt.
Yes.
Can I attempt?
Yes.
Probably we can use either relative or absolute. When you use a relative cell address, you will type in equal sign, then open the bracket, then that cell E3 times 1.06.
Yes.
Then you close the bracket.
Okay.
It will bring the increase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, wacha niseme what will be the what we are going to write. Tutachukua hii B11 is 0.06. Tukimultiply na E which is 120, tutapata the increment. Then increment tuongeze kwa 120. So 120 plus increment itakuwa the new price. That is how you go about it. That's how you go about it. So that is ninajua old selling price is 120. New selling price tumesema itakuwa 127.2. So for me to move from 120 to 127.2 nitafanya hivi. Nichukue 120 plus 7.2. Hizo ndizo ambazo niko nazo hapo. So 120 ni B3, sorry, E3 120 kwa E3 plus 7.2 nimeipata aje? Nimeipata na 0.06 multiply by 120. 0.06 multiply by 120. So hiyo ni B11 multiply by E3. Yeah, E3. So that is what I'm going to type there. Now I want to use B3 all over. So I have to make it absolute. So hiyo ni $sign. So wacha ni type ndio tuweze kuona. That is a E3 E3 plus into bracket, that is the old selling price, niongeze the increment. Increment ni B11 multiplied by 120, that is E3. That way. But I want to use, okay, imeshaleta 127.2, lakini nilikuwa nataka nitumie hii kwa kila mahali, so nitaimake ikue $sign. I hope we can be able to see that. I hope we can be able to see actually that's what is happening, because when I do the enter, that is 127, and that is true. But see my formula here, it is E3 plus B11 multiplied by E3. So let me just make this my B11 to be absolute. Nitaweka $sign hapo, B $sign B, $sign 11, $sign 11. And then I can be able comfortably to paste the formula for all the items. Good, like that. Najua kuna mtu nimepoteza. I know that.
Sana kama mimi.
Wacha kwanza tukubaliane. Are you agreeing with our formula that it is E3 plus B11 multiplied by E3?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. If you agree, if it is just typed as E3 plus the product of, for that is for the formula for PVC will be like that. but the formula for hard cover, it is going to change. It will be now E4 plus B11 multiplied by E4. So utagundua ya kwamba ile kitu haibadiliki ni B11. B11 itabaki constant kwa items zote mpaka geometrical set. So badala ya kutype formula nyingi kwa kila item, si tutype formula moja alafu tutumie kwa kila mahali. Hapo ndio tunasema ile kitu iko constant inafanya hiyo formula ikuwe absolute. Na kufanya formula ikuwe absolute unaweka $sign kwa hiyo cell. So that's B11. I put $B, $11. As simple as that. So hakuna mahali tumetumia numbers. That's why the question says you use the formula, you use the cell address only, and please don't use numbers. Don't use numbers. I cannot type 120 plus 0.06 multiplied by 120. I cannot do that. Let me just go to question. That was one. That it was 3-1. Using cell address only, determine the new selling price for each item. That was 2 marks. Then format the new prices to 2 decimal places. Again, here is the question. Nitaenda pale kwa numbers again, nifungue hivyo, niweke decimals. Two decimal places. Mi naona iko already na 2 decimal places, so hakuna haja ya kubadilisha, iko already there. Sawa sawa. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni 1 mark. Wacha niende kwa hiyo swali lingine. Hiyo swali lingine nasema using an appropriate formula determine the stock balance for each stock item. Sasa stock balance ndio sina, nitaiongeza hapa. Okay. Nitaiongeza hapo stock balance. Stock balance. Wacha niweke bold, lakini kwa mtihani iweke tu vile imeandikwa. Stock balance is there. So stock balance huwa inamaanisha zile vitu ulikuwa umenunua na zile vitu umeuza. Determine the stock balance for each item. Zile vitu umenunua na zile vitu umeuza. Tukiangalia hapa tuko na quantity ile ulikuwa nayo na quantity sold ile umeuza. So stock balance itakuwa what is here by quantity, I mean quantity minus quantity sold. Quantity minus quantity sold. Quantity minus quantity sold. So quantity is a B3, that is a equal sign B3. B3 then minus quantity sold is F3. F3. I think that is going to give us the stock balance. That's okay. I know the other formulas. You can also use other formulas if you have an idea of any, but let's just use for that. I'm actually rushing against time. Then the other one is using a if function. Using if function, insert an appropriate remark for each stock item in the remarks column as follows. Sasa, if the stock balance falls below 150, hii stock balance kama iko below 150, kwa mfano 26 peke yake and 78, hiyo yote hapa kwa remark ikuwe ni if the stock balance is falls below 150, insert the comment reorder, lakini kama iko ina exceed 400 insert comment excess, otherwise insert comment okay. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Somebody try. Let me just hear somebody trying. Maybe you did it and it worked. Okay, wacha tujaribu tuone. This is an if function. So if equals sign if okay, if J3, if J3 is greater than no, if it is less than 150, comma, I put this thing, reorder, reorder na reorder inafaa kuwa quoted, comma, if J3 greater than 400, I do excess what otherwise okay, then close the bracket. I've closed the first one, then close the second one. Haya, mimi naona imefanya sawa. Kuna mtu ako na swali kwa function? Imefanya sawa, wacha tuendelee. Create a 3D clustered column chart in sheet 2 showing cost and sales. Wacha kwanza nifanyie hapa. Insert 3D column. 3D clustered. Where is the cluster? This is a column. Okay. Okay. Clustered column. 3D clustered column that shows cost and sales. So kwanza nita highlight cost and sales. Okay, let me just cost, then sales, then niende kwa insert column clustered 3D column in stacked. The one is stacked. The one is D column. Ndio hii clustered. Sasa ndio hiyo. Sasa hii unaweza chukua kwa sababu tumeulizwa sheet 2, utaenda sheet 2 upaste hapo, ndio hiyo, you just paste there. Now there's 3 marks. Now save the changes, just save, click just to save, then save this one, and then sheet to print out later. This is what you are going to print. Ile kitu nataka kuwa encourage ni kwamba kabla hujaenda printing, angalia ni nini unafaa kuprint. Wakati mwingine unaweza pata supervisor amechukua karatasi, sasa unabaki hujui ni nini unafaa kuprint. So tafadhali kila wakati anzanga kwa kuangalia, kama kabla hujapatia na karatasi, angalia unafaa kuprint nini. So hapa save the changes to print out later. Changes hiyo inamaanisha sheet 1 and sheet 2. So sheet 1, so print this sheet 1 showing the formula used instead of values. Well, okay. As let me see whether I can remember. Show the formula instead of the values. Yeah, here formulas. Okay. Show formulas. Exactly. That is it. So nimeonyesha formula badala ya values. So nitakuja nifanye.
Pardon, hiyo ya venye umefanya.
Yes. Pardon?
Pardon, hiyo venye umefanya hiyo ndio ikaleta formulas.
Nimefanya hivi. Sheet 1. Naona ndio hiyo sheet 1. Ndio hiyo sheet 1.
Yes.
Ndio hiyo. Iko hivyo Sasa nimeenda mahali kunaitwa formulas. Kuna ribbon inaitwa formulas.
Yeah.
Iko hivyo, imekuwa na insert function, auto sum all the way, ikienda hivyo inaenda, kuna mahali kuna show formulas. Wewe utaiona tu kwa macho.
Yes.
Iko hapo. Kwa show formula. Ukiklik inaonyesha.
Okay.
Sasa ikikuja ni kwa kuprint, tafadhali watu tuelewane hivi, una highlight. Ukisha highlight hivyo unakuja unafanya print. Ndio hiyo. Inakuonesha hapo print preview. Na ukiona imekatwa unakuja una resize. You just resize. You make sure that imetokea kwa page moja peke yake.
Mwalimu.
Na hapo ndio mwisho.
Mwalimu, onyesha watu kuweka lines.
Oh, alignment
Lines, I mean hizo kwa tables.
Kwa?
Ikuwe table format, lines. Hizo what we call cells. Hizo cells, cross-sectional cells.
I'm not getting you.
I mean, so now
Yes.
ukiprint itatoka kama word, yani without lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anasema mwalimu.
Yes.
Anasema kuinsert borders.
Okay. So how do you do it? Kindly?
Mwalimu, I can try that.
Yes, try.
You go to the first cell.
The first
Then
cell.
you select, from where the nini hizo content imeanza. Then you select all of the table.
Yes.
You right click.
Yes.
Format cells.
Yes.
Then there's border.
Oh, good. Borders.
Then you choose the outline.
Yes. Let me choose mine. Yeah, I've chosen. Then
And
okay.
then, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Captain, I think you are asking such,
I was just concerned that kiprint itatoka bila, so nilikuwa nataka
najua. I get.
Captain.
Yes.
Okay.
Huh?
Kuna okay.
Me, I have no problem with that. I just wanted I'll concern the class to
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for many. So kuna mule alikuwa ametukumbusha tuweke alignment, ndio hiyo tumeweka alignment. Asante kwa sababu ya kutukumbusha hiyo. So hiyo ni vitu unafanya wakati umemaliza kazi yako. So hapo ndio una cross check kazi yako, uko ready kuprint. Uko ready kuprint. Nataka niwaeleze pia printing is not part of the okay, let me just see the instruction so that I cannot say whatever is not in the instructions. Hiyo haijaandikwa, lakini normally printing is not part of the 1 hour that is given. So it's good to understand that. Good, and also make sure that you print the chart. Good, I think we are good to go. That's MS Excel. I want to, kuna kitu ambacho ningependa msome, how to do the VLOOKUP. Hiyo swali nimeona ikirudiwa mara mingi sana. Kwa mfano ile karatasi ambayo ilifanywa November 2019 iko na swali ya VLOOKUP. So nitawatumia hiyo swali, wacha tufanye. Kama kuna swali yeyote tutauliza next week. Although next week I wanted us to go to either PowerPoint or database so that tumalize yote, and then when I send you this revision paper, tafadhali angalia task 2 about Excel, uone kuna hiyo ya VLOOKUP. So questions are different, uone kama unaweza ifanya. Just prepare yourself, make sure that you're good to face the examination. Otherwise, that's where we are going to end our session today, and I want to congratulate you for making from the beginning to this time, and at the same time I want to wish you a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
You normalize replying WhatsApp messages, please.
Yes.
You normalize to reply WhatsApp messages.
Ati nimefanya nini?
Wacha kunipea blue tick.
Oh. Okay. Let me check.